Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you all so much for being here. Let me see who was here first. Helen Marmon, thank you so much. And thank you for thinking of us as family. And I'm sure the feeling is mutual. Um, oh my goodness, is that a breaking story? It don't have anything to do with the Sussexes, but still, wow. Wow, we. Cannot wait to share that one with you. Huh. Isn't that interesting? Now, should I be rude and just torture you with this amazing news update? Or should I be a gentleman about it and just be totally forthcoming and share it with you? Uh-oh, you know what? I forgot to do something. Oh, Lord, I didn't put on the troll spray. Hold on, y'all. That's going to make a world of a difference. I didn't put on the troll spray or nothing. We don't want to have those what do you call it? Those derangers. We don't want them creeping in here on us. Yeah, don't want that. So give me just a second. I cannot believe I neglected to do that. Oh boy. Yeah, that would be a bit much. Although it's rare that we do get those kind of troublemakers, we don't want to fool with those. Oh, and by the way, I went through the comments yesterday and cleaned out, which means there are some people that will be banned from commenting on Royal Sussex forever. Um, and they won't even know the difference. But yeah, they're going to be banned from commenting on Royal Sussex forever. I tell you, the nerves of some people, the nerves. Okay. Now, 1 week. So, if you have not been a subscriber for at least 7 days, you will not, I repeat, you will not be able to comment on Royal Sussex. But if if you have been here 7 days or longer, then you will. But we just don't want the derangers. I mean, I don't care if you're a monarchist and a royalist and all that kind of stuff. That is not a problem. Everybody is welcome. But what you won't do is go after the Sussexes. We just don't allow that. Harry and Meghan are perfect in every way, and they do no wrong. At least not on Royal Sussex. So, if that's the kind of party you're looking for, we cannot caucus with you. You have to take that nonsense someplace else. We are Team Sussex. And of course, Doria. Mama Doria. Yeah, and we're not ashamed to say it. We are Team Sussex. Okay, I'm almost ready, you guys. Huh. Let me see here. Nope, not that. Knew I forgot to do something. Okay, with love, Megan. And all right, now slides are coming up. As I stall for time, slides are coming up. La 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 Connie Bomber. Hey, Connie Bomber. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, yeah, this is an odd hour for you, isn't it? I apologize. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker. And let's see. Michelle Breathwaite, thank you very much for the super sticker. And also, thank you both for being members of Royal Sussex. And Elaine Parker, thank you so much for being a moderator here at Royal Sussex. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, where did that come from? Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, very good. So, Harry, now there is one school of thought that he went back to New York, and then again, maybe he never left. We don't know. But it appears as though Harry was available today for a youth power. What is that? The Youth Power Fund, the RT Youth. Oh, anyway, I'll tell you what that means in just a minute. But it is something that has been part of the Archwell Foundation for a while now. So, okay. Now, there we go. Oh, this is the breaking news. You know what, guys? It appears as though the Jeffersons finally got. Are you ready for this news? I mean, take a look at the picture. The Jeffersons finally got a deluxe apartment in the sky. That is the breaking news. George, Louise, Florence, they finally got a deluxe apartment in the sky. The Jeffersons was filmed before a live studio audience. Remember Louise said that at the end of The Jeffersons? The Jeffersons was filmed before a live studio audience. George. George. Okay. Anyway, The Jeffersons was filmed before a live studio audience, though. Okay. But yeah, so it appears as though they have finally got a deluxe apartment in the sky. For some reason, that apartment building reminds me of another show. I think it was called The Jetsons. Huh. It's all running together on me. The Jeffersons, the Jetsons. Anyway, I guess it's kind of one and the same. Everybody got a deluxe apartment in the sky. But you know what? That Wheezy is awfully, awfully. That Wheezy is awfully trim, isn't she? That is the skinniest representation of Louise Jefferson I've ever seen. Look at how skinny Wheezy is. Huh? Look at how skinny she is. And her hair is a little different too. uh, they were supposed to give Wheezy about another, I don't know, 40, 30, 40 pounds. That is, I guess, in the weightlessness of space, though. Maybe Wheezy is just skinnier in space. Oh well. Let's go on to the next thing. Oh, you say that was Thursday in Brooklyn? Well, I mean, I didn't mean that it was tonight. I definitely didn't mean that it was tonight. But anyway, let's talk about it. Prince Harry visits responsible technology. Oh, yeah, I guess I did mean, well, anyway, I know it was last night. It was last night, not tonight. Um, Prince Harry visits Responsible Technology Youth Power Fund convening. Now, take a look here. There is the group. Now, the Duchess was not with him for this occasion, but Harry is there. So it says here this week, the Responsible Technology Youth Power Fund, the RTYPF, that does not roll off the tongue. The RTYPF held the second annual in person convening in New York City. This dynamic gathering brings together the youth leaders, partners, and funders committed to shaping a safer, more inclusive digital future who were announced earlier this year. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, participated. There we go. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, participated in the convening where attendees engaged in thoughtful roundtable discussions focused on ethical artificial intelligence. Ethical artificial intelligence. As you all know, one of the things that a lot of people are alarmed about is use of artificial intelligence. I told you, I don't necessarily trust everything that comes from the artificial intelligence. I have a couple of examples where I search for something. I'd still rather depend on looking further to find at least 3 articles that I can cite, but that's just me. Anyway, the intersection of social media and teen mental health and the potential for technology to address pressing global issues such as climate change. The Duke joined these conversations, listening to the story, ideas, and solutions being advanced by the next generation of leaders. Prince Harry addressed the room, emphasizing the critical role of youth voices in responsible technology movement and sharing how deeply inspired he is by the vision and courage of the RTYPF youth leaders. Unfortunately, I could not find a video for this. I don't think anybody has, there's got to be one, but I could not find one. Let's see. Trisha is it Prabhu, founder of Rethink Citizens, a youth-led nonprofit working to end hate and bullying in schools and communities. Closed the session with powerful remarks on resilience, empathy, and the transformative potential of responsible tech. The Archwell Foundation is proud funding member of the Responsible Technology Youth Power Fund and remains committed to empowering young changemakers who are at the forefront of fighting for a more inclusive and equitable technology ecosystem. And lastly, it says here that this year's convening reaffirms a shared belief when equipped with the right tools, platform, and support, youth can not only shape the future, they can lead it. So not only can they shape the future, but they can also lead it. Oh, really? Let me make sure that's accurate. Oh, yeah, I see. That just came out. Wow. Wow. Well, that is going to that is definitely going to upset the apple cart. My goodness. Poor Virginia. Poor Virginia. Well, it it wasn't looking good for her. It really wasn't looking good for it because I don't know what was going on down there, but um that whole thing about, you know, being in the hospital and everything, it was so confusing. Very confusing. Yeah, very confusing. Wow. Poor Virginia. Poor Virginia. That is just terrible. You know, that's somebody's daughter, somebody's mother. Yeah. And to think that pig Andrew wants to show his face in public time and time again. I hope he gets the message now. His presence is not needed. Oh well, let me see. Was I through with this? There's one more photo of Prince Harry, and that is one of those round table discussions. Now, this is actually that was February 2023. And the reason why I'm showing you that is because this is clearly an indication of the long term support that the Sussexes are giving these various groups, facilitating and such. Let me see here. Is that the one? Yeah, so it's the Archwell Foundation helps relaunch responsible technology. Okay. Actually, well, let me see if I can find that one. That one is, oh, yeah, that was from 2023. Wow, they've done a lot in 2025 already. Do you guys know that? I'm looking at the website, which, of course, I know that you all are checking the Archwell website from time to time. There's a boatload of stuff on here. I'm looking at everything that they've done since February of 2023, or at least what they have posted here, and it is a lot. They have been some very busy people. Very busy. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's it. Foundation participate in newly funded responsible technology. I think this was when they first started participating, and that was back in February of 2023. Yes, like I said, they have been busy. Okay. Just wanted to see that. Let me go to the next one here. And then also, this came out recently, and I'm not going to do the whole thing for this, but just so you can see the No Child Law social to social media. That is, let me see, as Archwell reflects on its work to build a better online. Yeah, so Harry and Meghan have been busy. They have been very busy with the parents that they have been supporting all this time. And oh my goodness, these groups are going to run together in my head. So do forgive me, but let it be understood that they have been very busy. So anyway, it makes me glad to support them. And you guys know that there was some kind of march in London, wasn't it, recently about this same topic about online safety. So Harry and Meghan are on the very forefront of a topic that is only going to grow in popularity. Not that it's a popularity contest, but you know what I mean. There are going to be more people getting involved with this online safety where their children are concerned. So, um, Let's see. Kevin Slim says the reason why the British media and the derangers are so obsessed with Harry and Meghan is because they never know their next move. You said it. You said it. They don't know. They don't know. Um, it was announced about the Time 100, right? But this other event that Harry went to, apparently they knew nothing about it. Not a thing. Not one flipping thing. And of course, they didn't know anything about the gathering on the rooftop for the, where they had all those screens. They didn't know about that either. The only thing that they had good working knowledge of was the Time 100. But aside from that, it's impressive that you can have large groups of people expecting the Sussexes and there are no leaks. Just like in Montecito, there are no leaks. There are no leaks in Montecito. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take that away and. All right. Meghan is money mad and a disaster tourist, says Diana's friend who believes Harry is loyal to his wife but misses being a prince. You ever hear that expression, some people talk just to hear the sound of their voice? This mean old woman, Tina Brown, she won't stop talking. She just won't stop. She is totally fixated on Harry and Meghan as a topic, even though there's a whole bunch of other royals over there, the left behind royals, if we affectionately call them. There's a whole bunch of other royals over there that they can be talking about. But she just won't leave them alone. She just won't. This is even small for her. And I don't think I don't think much of her as a person anyway. But this is very small for her. It's a low-hanging fruit, if I might say. It's common. It's common. And for somebody like Tina Brown being common, before I thought she was just being common because that she's just a tacky person. But she is really letting down the side by being so common. I'll explain in a minute. In a conversation with the Telegraph, Brown explains he really knows how to play the role of the prince. Okay, Tina, tell us something we don't know. I think he really likes it. That's what's so ironic. For a bit, he thought he didn't because the palace is boring and oppressive and so on. There was never any indication that Harry was bored by being a part of that institution. Harry managed, even in the worst of times, to scratch out a way of doing things that made it interesting, not only for him, but for others. Like, for instance, when Harry had the big tour of the US, where he went to Ground Zero, it was Harry's idea to take some time to go west to the Wounded Warrior Games. That was his idea. That wasn't something the palace came up with. Harry wanted to go to the Wounded Warrior Games. Harry aced that trip to the US by himself better than anyone else in that family could have. He was alone. He was not with a girlfriend. He did not have a mumbling wife with him, right? He didn't have any of those things. It was just Harry and a collection of aides, and he aced it. And I still don't think he gets enough credit for that tour. It was like fire and music. Magnificent. Magnificent. He charmed his way all across the United States and also built friendships on that trip that still follows him to this very day. So this idea that Harry found that life boring, no, it was too easy for him. That's what it was. It was too easy for him. If anything, it was too easy for him. But given the task of serving his grandmother, his commander in chief, which he enthusiastically carried out time and time again, Ms. Brown. Now, I jumped a few paragraphs, but at the last one I put, it says, now he had a few years doing it without them. I think he really misses being a prince because he was good at it. He wasn't just good at it, he was magnificent. Okay? Très magnifique. He defined the role of a prince of the realm for the modern age and continues to do so. He continues to do so. Let me see. What does it say down there at the bottom? The 71-year-old who previously undertook the role of editor-in-chief of Tatler added that Harry's impact on philanthropic pursuits is now limited due to his celebrity-like status. Oh my God. If this woman, she's not a dumb person, okay? She's not a dumb person. She does not lack intelligence. She is playing up to a certain audience. I get that. But she's degrading herself to do it. She is degrading herself. She's lowering her own IQ to do it. Has anyone ever heard of Jerry Lewis? Anybody ever heard of Jerry Lewis? The clown, the comedian, the actor, the philanthropist, the Jerry Lewis Telethon. I mean, you could just name, I don't know how many people that you can consider a celebrity that raised incredible amounts of money. I mean, after all, if you're going to raise money, being of celebrity status in the US is the place to do it. And I would wager you Harry has barely scraped at the surface of his earning potential for himself and, of course, for any type of charity or philanthropy. He has barely touched it. Maintaining the dignity of his station in life, he has barely done the most. If he ever set out to raise some money, trust and believe. Thing is, more people will return a phone call for Prince Harry than will return a phone call for Tina Brown. And Tina knows a lot of people. Don't get me wrong, she knows a lot of people. She's been in the business a long time. Yep, very well-known name in certain circles. But if you need to raise some money, you won't have any problem doing that with Harry. That's all I'm saying. You would not have a problem. Show up, give a speech, whatever. I I mean, look at the excitement when Harry went to what was it? The not the Pat Tillman, but the what was it? The Heisman Trophy? Was that the one where he showed up at the thing there, and it was just like Harry had that crowd eating out of the palm of his hands. So I won't even waste my time trying to qualify any of this, but let's see. Kevin Sim says, so according to this brown lady, Harry wants to go back to the damp UK and play second fiddle to a Boer. Exactly. Exactly. One, she would have to try to make us believe that Harry would give up everything he's put together, and he has put a hell of a lot together, even in the middle of a global pandemic, even with some very hostile uh, articles and news and this. He has put together, they have put together something that I think anybody would be proud of. Anybody would be proud of what they've done, and they continue to do. So, this idea that he should go back and play second fiddle, she knows better. But like I said, she's playing to her base. She's playing to her base. Now, thank you so much for the super chat. There you go. But yeah, she's playing to her base and doing I don't know, a pretty tacky job at it. But that's what she's doing. Now, when I said she's letting down the side, I didn't know this until today. I said, okay, if this chick is going to keep coming up every now and again, let me at least look into her, background. Now, the reason why they call her Princess Diana's friend is because just by chance she had lunch with Diana a week or two or something like that before Diana died, right? Before she died tragically in that tunnel in Paris, mysteriously and tragically. So they had lunch in New York. So having lunch with another Brit means that that's your best friend, right? Wrong, but let her tell it. That's her best friend. Um, so Christina Hambley Brown, Lady Evans. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know she had a title? Lady Evans, CVE. Born in England on the 21st of November 1953, is a journalist, magazine editor, columnist, broadcaster, and author with dual British United States citizenship. She is a former editor of chief at Tatler, Vanity Fair, The New Yorker, and founding editor in chief at the Daily Beast. Let me see. Brown was chairman of Talk Media, which includes Talk Magazine and Talk Miramax Books. In 2010, she founded Women in the World, a live journalism platform to elevate the voices of women globally with summits held through 2019. Brown is author of the Diana Chronicles. Oh, that was a big cash cow for her right there. The Variety Fair Diaries and the Palace Papers. Okay. And so, where does the title come from? Sir Harold Matthew Evans. That's where the Lady Evans come from. He was 92 years old when he died in 2020. I repeat, he was 92 years old. He was born in 1928 and she was born in 1953. Do the math. Do the math. The daughter of a film producer and born in Maidenhead, Tina Brown was considered an extremely subversive influence and expelled from 3 boarding schools as a child. Married to former editor of the Sunday Times, Sir Harold Evans. Oh, married to someone who was an editor of a trashy tabloid. Thank you. Tina Brown has two children and became a U.S. citizen in 2005, having held senior positions at Tatler, Vanity Fair, and The New Yorker. She founded the Daily Beast, blah, blah, blah. In 2010, to produce Summit Salon, Flash, forums, debates. She has over 80,000 followers on Twitter. And of her style, once stated, I'm trying to be entertaining without being mean. What? I'm trying to be entertaining without being mean. She's trying to be entertaining without being mean. Okay, girl, whatever you say.
Hey, girl, sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Yeah, I think she needs to sit down. As a matter of fact, take several seats because this idea that you're trying to be entertaining without being mean, you missed that boat a long time ago. So now we understand. She's a monarchist, a royalist, never a friend to Princess Diana. Diana, unfortunately, was boxed in by a lot of people that at the end of the day were extremely loyal to the royal family. And I can only say there had to be too many occasions where Diana, it's kind of like, how do I put this? A long time ago, I saw a movie called All About Eve. And one of the characters had to remind, let me see, what was her name? Anyway, the one that Celeste Holmes played, uh, George Saunders' character said, like most women who are suspicious that their husband may be cheating, she told me more than she learned. And yeah, that's that's how it was for Diana in in an attempt to try to, I guess, get ahead of some of these negative articles. She tried to um, make friendships with people in the press, hoping that these people would somehow side with her. It never really happened. It never really happened. And even in death, even in death, you can see that people who were supposed to be her friends, none of them, none, at least none of the ones that we know of publicly, especially the butler, especially the evil rogue butler, the bodyguard who won't stop a talking. Those people were not her friends. So, what is the chances that a cheap, tawdry reporter like Tina Brown, whose goal in life is to try to be, you know, entertaining without being mean, I think she's doing a damn good job of being mean. Entertaining, not so much. Diana didn't know who to trust through that vapid viper. What is it, demons? And everyone Diana tried to trust sold her out, even still today. Yeah, even in death, she's being sold out by all of those people. One of which even robbed her house after she died. One of the people that claims to have been her friend stole from her, stole from her boys, stole, robbed, filled their house with everything you could imagine, from her underwear, a handkerchief. Um, it's like, what were you going to do with her drawers? What was you going to do with her drawers? I don't even want to know what you was going to do with her drawers. A writing desk, an antique writing desk. Jeez Louise. Up all night in the wee hours of the morning, loading up the boot of the car, back and forth, several trips. What was it they said? There was some 800 items of hers in the house, hidden in the cupboards, in the rafters of the roof, under the bed, everything, anything you opened up, there was something to Diana's inside of it. And the police had to raid the house to rescue her Versace gown and her underwear. That's a friend? That's a friend who told everybody, well, I set up with her all night because I didn't want her to be alone. Oh, okay. That's what you were doing all night. All right. Okay. But, it's a lot of people that it's almost like if you listen close enough, you could almost hear the cries for help that echo even in 2025 from someone who was just I guess boxed into that institution. It is really a tragedy. It really is a tragedy. And so terrible that the tabloid media has spent the last however many years, they've spent all these years, what's it been, 27 years? 28 years? They've spent all this time trying to rewrite the story, to downplay the events, to change things. And that's why they keep people like Tina Brown. That's why they keep people like Robert Jobson. Even if he can barely breathe, they keep him there so that over time, they're playing the long game. Over time, they can change the story. They can change the story. So even though it may not seem sensible that Harry is pursuing these court cases and such, having these things on a permanent record, having these things in court documents that will be accessible in the future when they try to tell the story again. So, okay. But anyway, that is just a couple things that you may not have known about that horrid woman. I didn't know it either. I didn't really care enough before today, but I said, you know what, let me take a look. Now, Jessica Sibley, that's the lady who interviewed the Duchess of Sussex. It says here, I interviewed Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, at the Time 100 Summit in New York City today. We discussed Meghan's journey as a founder and CEO, including launching her brand As Ever, her popular Netflix show, With Love Meghan, and her podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder with Meghan. Inspired by the theme of her podcast, I asked Meghan if she had a confession she'd like to share with the room. The audience applauded when they heard her uplifting response. This is the happiest she has ever been. Finding highlights from Time at the link in the bio. So yeah. Anyway, that video of the interview, in case you don't know it, that is available on YouTube. You can watch the entire 16 minutes and, I think about 18, was it 40 seconds or whatever? You can watch the entire interview. All you have to do is go to the community post, where it says post on the menu for Royal Sussex, and the link is there. I think it may be maybe the third third to the last thing I posted. So you could always go there and find the link. And these are the photos that Miss Sibley posted on her Instagram. I don't know if they were friends before, but I think they'll probably be friends now. Now, Prince Harry snuck in under the radar visit to Brooklyn during his New York trip with Meghan. The Duke of Sussex spoke with a group of tech-savvy young leaders at the Responsible Tech Youth Power Fund on Thursday. So yeah, that is the People Magazine article that covers that. Let's see here. I'm going to just take a glance and see if there's anything we did not know or I didn't mention earlier. Okay. Harry said, "These children are not sick. Their deaths were not inevitable. They were exposed to, and in many cases, were pushed harmful content online. The kind any child could encounter. No child should be exploited, groomed, or preyed upon in digital spaces." Wow, Harry. To the platforms, they may be seen as statistics. To their families, they were cherished and irreplaceable. Harry got deep, didn't he? See, I could not find a video for this, but it says no child should be exploited, groomed, or preyed upon in digital spaces. To the platforms, they may be seen as statistics. To their families, they were cherished and irreplaceable. Harry ain't playing, is he? Harry is not playing with these people. Okay. 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 Yeah. I couldn't find anything else. But if I can find the what do you call it? If I can find the video or speech or whatever, I will share it with you. It's got to be somewhere. Please go to the video and leave a positive comment on the Time 100 videos. Trolls are in there, so please protect your mental health. Comments and leave without reading the trash. Here, 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 here. Thank you so much for that, Lydia Washington. Let me go ahead and post that again because I'm going to put the link here for you. Because, yeah, the comment section over there is so full of vitriol and contempt. And it would be very helpful if each one of us leaves a comment. And what's amazing too is that given the fact that they don't seem to like Meghan, for such large numbers of them to just go pouring in there like that is let me see, how many comments are there? 5,026 comments. 5,026 comments for that video. That's how many comments there are. So that means that the bots and everything else is there. So that's the link. And I'm going to pin it to the top of the messages there. So please go over there and put your 2 cents in there. Facts and 2 cents. See what I just did there? Yeah. Give them the what for. Or as I like to say, give them hell, pedo. Give them hell. Yeah, do like pedo and give them hell. Yeah, bots and paid trolls. That's for certain. And this is why I routinely block so many people. I couldn't even tell you how many people I have blocked from Royal Sussex, but we don't need that in our comments. This is our safe space. We don't need that. We do not need it. We do not want it. So thank you again, Lydia, for that reminder. And as Lydia said, do not look at the comments. Do not sit there and read and respond to those people. A lot of those comments are not even coming from people. They're bots. So just drop your comment about the Sussexes and keep it moving. Don't get stuck there reading all that and trying to tell someone off because it may not even be a person on the other side of it. Okay. Now, enters the buffoon or buffoons. As I mentioned, Will and Kate. You know, I posted this on my Twitter, and oh my goodness, I got so many angry comments from the derangers. But they are doing their reaching out. How does it? Reach out and touch somebody black and make sure all the cameras see that. Reach out and touch somebody black and make sure all the cameras see that. Take a little time out your busy day to find a black person along the way. We can record them. You'll see it happens unnaturally. Yep, reach out and touch somebody black. Just make sure all the cameras see it. I didn't know there was that many black people in Britain. I didn't. Every place you go. And today, Miss Thing right here, you all, I'm not going to share the video. I'm not going to share the video, but I had to drop my head when I saw it. Let me see. I'm going to skip ahead here. You see Willie, this is the tactic. Willie got out of the vehicle and started walking down the street in the middle of the day, right? With a black man. He began walking down the street. As you can see, they are led and shadowed by Royal Protection officers. It was bad enough that the guy that you see in the top left photo, he comes charging across the street and he goes up to Willie to take a photo. And then if you look at the photo to the right of that, here come Miss Thing with her shopping bag. She actually dropped the shopping bag in the grass. Then you go to the bottom left photo, you can see she is preparing her phone for her selfie. And then, of course, there she goes in for the selfie with him. Yep. It was all, see, Willie was filming one of those videos. You know, he hasn't stopped making videos since the coronation. He was filming another one of those videos. And yes, the video included the slow motion thing. You know how they always do the slow motion and they have the voiceover? They did the slow motion and the voiceover with William and the black man. And then there she goes, hugging all over William. And then here on the right, you can see he was playing video games with the kids. It was a photo op dream. It was a photo op dream. It seemed like every black person from here to Harlem was in that center that day. So let me go back here And this girl right here tickled me so bad. I'm going to play a little sound bite. One of the squatties decided to share her feelings about this contrived photo op thing that they put together. I thought it was hilarious. What I love so much is that you could just hear her in the background laughing to herself. But okay, let me get that going for you. Reach out and touch somebody black and make sure every camera sees that. Reach out and touch somebody black and make sure every camera sees that. Okay, where are we? Oh no, don't tell me that I lost it. Oh, no matter. I know how to find it. Oh, nope, not that one. Oh, Lord. Oh, please tell me they didn't pull the video down. Gosh, I hope they didn't pull the video down because I sure don't see it. Okay, let me try one more thing. Oh, that would be too bad if they did because it was hilarious. Oh, fudge, I don't see it. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I think they pulled the video down because I don't see it anywhere. And I cannot. I bet you she's on. What do you call it? But yeah, I don't know how to find it. Is I'm happy. Nope. Well, sorry, you guys. I seem to have. Well, the video's not available anymore. Somebody took it down. Because I know I saved it. But that happens sometimes. So I apologize. Oh my goodness, that's too bad. I love that one. Man, that is too bad. Okay. Yes, success. Success.
Sorry, I just wanted to share this. Who is this young man? Believe me, sir, I am feeling what you're feeling deep inside. I feel it for you. So basically, William, after enjoying his fourth vacation this year, decided to find some black to harass for a photo op. And I want to remind. Oh, sorry. Let me just quickly zoom in. This is William with
Oh,
a black and a strategically posed paparazzi, just to be sure, they catch him interacting with a black. Here he is. Terrorizing and harassing black children. God bless the girls. These girls are beautiful, they are charming. And once again, shout out to my brother at the back, wondering why he's here. Wondering why I'm sure he's hating himself because he knows he's going to be used for a photo op.
now just so you know, when she says, I know he's hating himself, you see the photo on the left? You see the guy with the EYC shirt? That's who she's referring to. She kind of zoomed in on him. And anyway, let me continue.
Let me just get to the last one. And of course, two KKKKKK blacks. The message is don't worry, blacks. See, I like you. I like you. I'm not a racist. Let me remind everybody. William, his wife, Charles and Camilla questioned Harry on out of concern about how dark his child was going to be with Meghan. Let me say it again for those of you that have forgotten. Kate and Charles were outed by Piers Morgan as the two racists that were concerned about how dark Archie was going to be. William and his wife went on a Caribbean tour where they did the most. I don't even have the words. They insulted the people of the Caribbean with that colonial roadshow. The type of thing, by the way, they would not have dared in China or even India. They wouldn't have tried that rubbish in China or India. But for whatever reason, they wanted to humor the blacks. Oh, I'm so glad. Have you noticed that, guys? Whenever they take black people, I see this a lot in billboards as well. Black women, black men, you're all smiling like buffoons. I don't know why they do that. It's really, really grating to me, making you look like it's very, I don't even know the words. I don't know the words, but I find it very annoying. So yeah, I just wanted to congratulate William for finding the blacks. Oh, but sorry, William's PR people for finding him some blacks to take pictures with. I have nothing to say. This is anyway. Please like, subscribe, and share, and feel free to drag your future king. Thank you.
I love her. I love her. But yeah, so and listen, I agree with her 100. 10 toes down, I'm with her with this one. It for some reason it's like trying to borrow someone's backbone, right? You go to these spaces and there are some that like the where's the guy at? The guy on the left there behind William, he knows that he is, that he's being featured for some very strategic reasons. And then you have those two on the right that, as she says, are doing that big gaping grin and laughing at things that aren't even remotely funny, just to humor William and the people that he have employed this camera crew. This is what William has done. I think it started before the coronation, if I'm correct. But since the coronation, they have produced several of these it's either like the herbal essence commercials or, well, for Kate it usually seems like it's for either hair care or feminine hygiene products. For William it seems like he's a what do you call it, gosh, what would you call that? It seems like he's selling you huh let me see, the walks, almost like some type of what do you call it, like a pharmaceutical commercial. with all the slow motion and everything. Well, they do that for both of them. And that people tolerate this. People tolerate this. They don't even get that many views, but it is a way to document that they're doing something. And remember, William said a long time ago, they're not going to be traditional royals. It's going to be royal with a small r, where they can do things that appear to have a larger impact, in more or less. And they're going to make films. They're going to make little video vignettes and such with a lot of slow motion and strumming guitars to somehow prove to people that he's working full time. But like she said, his possibly fourth vacation this year. And you guys, y'all know that Glow made another video today. One of my favorite content creators posted a video that is also on that community post, but I will submit the link to you again because, as I said before, very entertaining. It's in chronological order and it tells the whole story from, I guess, fall. Well, not fall, but I'm going to say from at least December, if I recall, from December to present day. She covered everything, a whole timeline of what they've been up to. Also, taking a look even further back here and there at some of the nonsense. But yeah, oh, fresh face, so cringe, huh? Exactly. Thank you so much. And believe me, that we have to try to find another word to do. Although cringe would definitely have to fit in there some way, but I don't think there is a word to describe Will and Kate's nonsense. I don't think it exists. I don't think it exists. But thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you so much for being here with us. Now, did I put that thing up there or no? So there's the link. And as I said before, I always go back and watch these videos twice because let me see how long. This video was an hour and 4 minutes and 26 seconds. And it was loaded with so much information. So much information. The little things that you don't really understand fully, you're like, okay, maybe I missed this or missed that. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. So again, Royal, what is it? Duchess Royal. That is Duchess Royal's link. And do go there and make sure you like and subscribe and share. Oh, I did post it twice, didn't I? But yeah, that is Royal Duchess. Or as I like to say, is it Christmas in April? How could we be so blessed? It was like Christmas in April. Okay. Let me do that one more time. Christmas in April. I love looking back at the timeline and seeing everything in order. You know what I'm saying? I love that. So again, there's a link. I'm going to post that at the top of the chat with the name of the channel. It's called Duchess Royal. Do go over there, like and subscribe and share. We have to support that work. We have to support her work because it puts everything in a nice, neat, tidy package. It's so much easier to understand than learning this today and that tomorrow. And oh, yeah, I remember we talked about that last week. She got it all laid out for you. She got it all laid out for you. And I have to say, I am super grateful to her for doing this work. So do not forget to go over there. You can do it now. Go and come back if you have to, but I just don't want you to not do that today. So, okay. I know a lot of you all are already subscribed and everything, but for those who are not, please go over there and support. So hopefully next month or so, we'll get another video. But if you're not supporting her, well, she needs an audience. She has to have an audience to make sense out of this, although she'd probably do it anyway. But I'm just saying that makes more sense out of it. Okay? All right. Thank you all very much. Now, someone gave me the what for again. Somebody gave me the what for. And well, I'm not so bothered by it. Let's see. It says, Baron, when I was listening on replay the other night, I got offended because you did a joke that I found was inappropriate. You joked something like, I wonder if they're, I wonder if they or anyone would do a study of the effects of fillers, hair extensions, etc. I found that offensive. Now it seems that other men and women are being negative toward these women too. People can complain about the cost per money and the cost for the environment. They should get personal. It should be. They shouldn't get personal with the women who did the same thing and men had done. I never saw anyone joke or ask if William Shatner removed his toupee, which to me, that was kind of a joke right there, but not everybody knew William Shatner had a toupee. But anyway, thank you, offended listener. Oh, listen, oh, Lorene Esmeralda A. Thomas, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being here tonight. And being a member. Thank you for being a member. Okay. I didn't share the name of this person, and I didn't block them either. I appreciate the comment. But listen, I know that Royal Sussex can go on and on and on. 3 hours. I don't expect anybody to sit for 3 hours on any given day and listen to the entirety of Royal Sussex. I don't expect that. I don't suppose anybody watches every day. Some people do, some people don't. But this person, I'm afraid, doesn't seem to realize that I have been one of the biggest defenders of those women going into space. Me, did I not do a long presentation about Blue Origin? Did I not do that? Where I enthusiastically praised those ladies for their accomplishment. I did. Now, yes, I had my fun. I did say, at least I guess I mean, it sounds like me. I'm sure I did say it. If not, I should have. Hopefully someone will do a long-term study of the effects of filler, hair extensions, and so on. That was a solid joke. I'm sorry, but that was solid. But I get your meaning. But I promise you, I have been one of the biggest defenders of the all-female crew. And I likewise pointed out that no one made a big fuss about the other people going into space. Even one of my best friends, we don't see eye to eye on it, and that's okay. But I strongly defended them. I even defended Jeff Bezos. I still continue to defend him. I don't like the whole Washington Post ownership because I think he's making a mockery of it. I don't like the fact that he hired a tabloid editor to run the day-to-day operations of the Washington Post, one of the best newspapers in the history of the United States. I believe it has been forever tarnished by Jeff Bezos' ownership. However, I deeply, deeply admire Jeff Bezos for going in his garage to sell some books online and coming out with a $1 trillion company. I cannot say how much I respect him for that. I defend him to spend his money how he damn well pleases. If he wants to send his fiance up into space, if he chooses to send his fiance into space, that's his affair. We as Americans do not hate on people having money. We just don't. All we want to know is if we get so lucky, are you going to leave me alone? That's what we really care about. I have my issues with Gayle King. However, because she has done a solid for the Sussexes, I try to overlook some of the things that I don't care for. Same with Katy Perry. Not a big fan, but again, you know what I'm saying? Lately, there's been like whatever between them and, her and Orlando and the Sussexes and everything. So, hey, cool. Do you, boo? But I think that, well, I'm not I think. I believe that trip was very relevant. Space tourism is the future. More people would like to go up there. And I do believe that eventually the cost of going into space is going to be less than, the whole thing about, oh, people are hungry, people are trying to buy eggs. Why are we singling out Jeff Bezos? Why are we singling out these 6 women? Why? I don't think that's fair. There have been over 20 other missions to space. If you're going to go after one, then you should go after them all or don't bother with anybody. That's how I feel about it. So, yeah, I have been a huge defender of the whole thing. But did I make a joke that was inappropriate? No, I didn't. I thought it was hilarious. It was all in fun. And like I said, when Katy Perry went floating across the camera, she looked so beautiful and ethereal. I was just amazed. Now, when Jeff Bezos' girlfriend went floating across the camera, well, let me put it to you like this. She kind of looked like somebody I saw on TikTok selling purses all the way from another country. She looked like that lady on TikTok telling us that the designers are ripping us off. Okay? If you know, you know. But that's what I thought. When she went across that camera, I'm like, this girl done changed her ethnicity on me. I had fun with it. I'm just telling you, I had fun with it. And I don't take back anything. If you have been watching Royal Sussex long enough, then you should know where I'm coming from. I can make a joke about them and still show them respect and support for their mission into space. So there you go. I don't know what else to add to that. But if you think that's offensive, stick around because I'm sure you'll be offended again. Given enough time, you'll be offended again. So that's that. I just wanted to put that out there. But the only reason why I'm saying something is because I know for certain that I have defended these people. I have been like some of their biggest support. I don't tell people how to spend their money. I don't like it because see, this is the thing. How many times have I used this example of McDonald's? the fast food giant. Every time there's something wrong with fast food, we go after McDonald's, who employs tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. They're a huge employer. A lot of people, that was their first job. How many immigrants have managed to survive and make a place for their family because they got a job at McDonald's? I have so much respect for McDonald's workers. And I just hate that they're always the target anytime somebody wants to go after fast food. I've eaten at McDonald's in every country I've ever visited. And I think I've been to 16 countries. I look forward to going to McDonald's. I want to see what they got, we ain't got. And I enjoy it. And I don't make any excuse. People say, oh, how could you go to Paris and eat at McDonald's? Because it's my money. That's how I can do it. So if somebody says something about sending somebody into space, because it's his money. That's how he do it. That's it. That's it. So again, I'm not upset. You couldn't possibly know everything I say from day to day, week to week. But I'm just going on the record to say that I am a supporter of that mission. And I think they were justified to celebrate the fact that 6 women went into space. Even whether or not it's suborbital space, I don't care. They've done the same thing that the first American man, he went into space. It's so much safer, so much easier. They spent just as much time up there as he did. That should be applauded. Yeah, it's going to inspire a lot of people. It should inspire people. And I would go too. I'd go right up there just like everybody else. They have made it safer than ever. And that deserves applause. A private company is doing this. If we were waiting for the federal government, it'd never happen. But there are people who want to go to space. And I support the people that want to go to space. I support the people who spend their money to make sure they get to space. Okay, so anyway, I'm not going to spend any more time on that one, but I think we understand each other now. I say a lot from one day to the next. Sometimes I don't even remember what I said. John Garcia says, Baron, as we're, what is that, discussing, Will, I remind you that New Yorkers called William a putz. American dictionary meaning a stupid or worthless person. A putz. Thank you very much, John Garcia. And thank you for the super chat and for being a member of Royal Sussex. Now, take a look here. UK Prince Harry and John Bon Jovi. Why did the Prince and the rock star cross the road? Well, they were promoting something that day. Love this picture. That is, of course, Abbey Road. I forgot what it was about. I'm sure it had something to do with Invictus or something. I don't remember. But this particular, let's see, Beatles reference, the Beatles references. This is a Twitter account. And they just randomly post all kind of stuff about the Beatles. And today, for whatever reason, they posted this picture. They didn't need any explanation. They just posted the picture. And well, anyway, it just seemed like a good excuse to share it. And that's it. I'm just sharing it with you because they shared it. However, in case you don't know, that is a recreation of the famous photo from the Beatles when they made an album called Abbey Road. And so that is the actual street as it appears today. That's the way it appeared. What year was that? Was that 1970 or something like that? But yeah, that is the Beatles on Abbey Road. Great picture. They need to go back and do those stripes. You would think that these stripes would look pristine year round every year. But the truth is they're all scraped up, and the city of London needs to go out there and fix that photo op. A lot of people, they go to London, that's one of their stops. They want to go to Abbey Road. So fix it. And it kind of reminded me of the Princess Royale. I tried to imagine what it would be like if Princess Anne crossed Abbey Road. I wonder if she's ever gone across Abbey Road. Interesting, huh? Princess Anne in purple. Princess Anne charging into the courtroom to defend herself because her dog attacked someone. Or Johnny Walker making fun of Princess Anne. Princess Anne wearing one of her repeat gowns. She probably wore it 10 times before. Or Princess Anne on the Oceania tour she took with her husband. Or the other Princess Anne there looking like Johnny Walker. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's another image of Princess Anne way down the street there on the right side. It's so small you can barely see her. But yeah, in my mind's eye, this is just what it would look like if Princess Anne went stomping across Abbey Road. I tell you, every time I see Princess Anne stomping around like that, it always reminds me of the Saxe-Coburg Gotha side of her family. See how it looks like she's just marching into Belgium or marching into Poland or something, marching into Russia. Yeah. Look like she's trying to march in and take somebody else's something. Okay, let me stop before I offend anybody German. I take that back. See, now I got a complex. Now I'm offending the Germans. Which, by the way, is one of my favorite countries to visit. Speaking of Anne, poor Anne, Princess Anne suffers injury after incident at Catacomb Park Estate during Royal's Easter Sunday service. The king's sister was seen hobbling and in pain when she accompanied him to church on Easter Sunday and was leaning heavily on an umbrella. Now, you know what, guys? I saw that. And I didn't say anything because, I wasn't sure. There was someone on the TikTok who was obsessed with this video because Princess Anne did not shake hands with the vicar on her way out. Well, I thought she looked like she had been injured. And it turns out that's exactly what happened. You see there? Princess Anne suffered a bruised leg following an incident at her, is it Catacomb? It looks like Catacomb, don't it? At her Catacomb Park estate. 10 months after she was hospitalized with concussion following a serious accident there. The king's sister was seen hobbling and in pain when she accompanied him to church on Easter Sunday and was leaning heavily on an umbrella. Social media commentators also pointed out that she appeared to not wait in order to exchange pleasantries with the Dean of Windsor following the service. Princess Anne suffered a bruised leg following an incident. Okay, same thing. But yeah, she's in a lot of pain. She was in a heck of a lot of pain. And she was hobbling. I think she probably should not have gone to church that day. And I hope she's okay, because the concussion, which is still a mystery, and now this bruise, it makes you wonder, did she like black out because of something going on, you know, with her mind? Well, not her mind, but with, like there may be some latent effects from that concussion. I don't know, but I hope she's okay. But whatever it is, that's not good. That is not good. I see you, Marshar. I see you. Uh, maybe she owes some money to her bookie. Sometimes people be owing their bookie some money. But like I said, I hope she's okay. That's too bad that happened. Now, former President Joe Biden and Dr. Jill Biden are expected to attend the funeral of Pope Francis on Saturday. A spokesperson for the former president confirmed to ABC News. Biden is the second Catholic president in U.S. history after John F. Kennedy. So, in case you didn't know that, we have not had a long history of Catholic presidents. He's only the second one. And if you look back at the history of presidents, it was a big deal because people thought that John F. Kennedy's loyalties may actually lie with the Vatican and not Washington, D.C. or the United States. It's hard to believe that that was a thing, but it was. And, anyway, he's going to have to get there on his own. I doubt if he's going to fly over with Trump, which is another reason to say this is not normal. This is not who we are. This is completely different from anything that has ever happened before. Why am I saying that? In modern times, ever since the creation of the jet age, so you'd have to go back past the 1950s, and who knows how long before that, presidents and former presidents usually fly together. They're part of a delegation, but I don't believe that the Bidens will be a part of any delegation. Donald Trump was so petty that after Joe Biden won the presidency, he would not even send one of the Air Force planes to bring him to Washington. Usually the president-elect, the one who won the election, they would go to Washington on one of the several aircraft that are used by the Air Force, one of these several airplanes known as Air Force One. That courtesy was not extended to Joe Biden. He had to charter a private plane to get to Washington, D.C. So I would be shocked if he flies over to Rome with that trashy man and his wife. So another example of this is not right. This is not who we are. And the sooner that riffraff is out of the White House, the better off we'll be. This is damage that cannot be undone easily. It is. It's damaging. This country is forever damaged. And if you are one of the people who voted for him, I don't need to tell you what I'm thinking right now, or what you can do, or where you could stick it, or what. That was reckless and irresponsible if you voted for that man. Totally reckless and irresponsible. And you don't care about anybody but yourself. Robert Serra, I believe he's a Ghanaian-born cardinal. When he heard about the Trump's departure, he said, he had to go and hold his chest. And when he read Donald Trump's tweet, Melania and I will be going to the funeral of Pope Francis in Rome. We look forward to being there. Yes, only Donald Trump would be looking forward to a funeral. Yeah, we're looking forward to the funeral. So, anyway, Cardinal Sarah, if you think that's bad, wait till he get there. Wait until he gets there. And I believe this is the last thing that I have. One more after this. One of the squaddies posted this. How do we know which is our train? It has gravy written on it. I like that. We're going to catch the gravy train. Yeah, just look for the gravy train. And then what is last? Oh, remember I was saying I hope that there is a video? Well, ask and you shall receive, because someone did provide a video of Harry applauding his wife that he loves so much. And I'm going to share that with you. And then after that, guess what? We are done. We are so done. Stick a fork in us. We are done. Okay, the video. It's very short, you guys. I mean, super short. If you blink, I'm afraid you're going to miss it. So try to pay attention. Also, I may have to turn the sound down. I can't remember if there's any copyright music in it. Okay. Okay, pardon me while I find the video. Oh, in the meantime, while I'm looking for the video, I want to share this with you. There was some good news today. Some very good news. That George Santos sobs in court as he is handed staggering prison sentence over campaign fraud scandal. That's right. Miss Thing is going away. I think they said, 127 months? I forgot what it is, but it's a big sentence. Or as I like to say, it's what he deserves anyway. Yeah. She's going to be going away for a long time. She's going to be putting on shows in the Big House, in the Crossbar Hotel. So get ready for it. You know, there's a big volcano about to erupt, they say. Yeah, Alaska. There's they've had 66 earthquakes because of that volcano. Okay, let me focus and find that video. Okay. Well, don't worry. I mean, I know I got it. Oh, okay. Let me just send it to myself. Maybe I didn't save it. I thought I did. Oh, you know what? Maybe I did not save it. Okay, that's okay. It'll only take me a second to grab it. All right, there we go. Okay, I don't know what that song is, but it might be a copyright, so not gonna play it. It might be a copyright. Let's do that again and play it again. because Harry loves his wife. And that is how we're going to close it out today, is the fact that we know that Harry loves his wife.
My wife. My wife. My wife. My wife and I. My wife and I. My wife and I. My wife and I. For me and my wife. Me and my wife. I'm so proud of my wife. My incredible wife. An amazing wife. The soulmate in my wife. Thank you, my love. The mother to my children. The love of my life.
And what I know about the two of them, and I wish the world knew how much they love these two people love each other. They found each other out of all these odds against them finding each other, they found each other, and the love that they have is really, really moving. And I just wanted to do anything I could to support them.
Isn't that funny? Sometimes you know when you meet someone.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you can see like what love is, and
Right.
you can tell right away.
Yeah, yeah. And if I don't have that, what she and Harry have, I don't want it.
87 months? Now, how many years is that? How many times does 12 go into 87? A lot, right? 87 months. No wonder that big girl was in there crying. You know big girls don't cry. Big girls don't cry. Big girls don't cry. Big girls don't cry. They don't cry. Big girls. They don't cry. They don't cry. Yes, George Santos. You know, Santos means saint. That's Saint George, you guys. Saint Georgina. Saint Georgina. I'm still listening to me sounding like what's her name? I'm saying that like Medea. Anyway. Saint Georgina. Big girls don't cry. They say she was sobbing, crying like a rat eating onions. 87 months. Or, thank you, 7 years. Big girls. Woo! Well, all of that fraudulent activity. Are you surprised, Miss Thing? Now we got to try to figure out how to get you some feather boas in there so that you can entertain your way out of there. Just imagine the shows that she's going to do while she's in the Crossbar Hotel. And now in the promenade room, and now in the grand ballroom here at Sing Sing, Georgina Santos. Yes, Georgina Santos. In the she's pretty though, right? She's all snatched and pretty. Look how pretty her skin is. Oh, Miss Thing. I can't talk to you now, girl. I got love to get. Hey, my baby calls. I got to jump to it. I can see her doing some Aretha Franklin. Yeah, maybe she should try to do some Aretha numbers. That's probably what they've been missing anyway. They probably ain't had nobody in there right now doing Aretha. So, I can't talk to you now, girls. I got 7 years. Oh, well. The time is just going to go by. She'll see. That time, you see, you have to do the time. You can't let the time do you. Right? You have to do, it's very important you do the time. You don't let the time do you. Oh, well, Adrian, You got to try to figure out how to get some feather boas and some um, patent leather shoes in there to her. Yeah. That way, after she is remanded into the federal lockup, when she's done 7 years from now, she'll be able to go straight to Las Vegas. She'll be able to get a show in Las Vegas. The Georgina Santos Review. Let me see. Baron is going federal time. That means he has to do 80% of his time before it being eligible. Oh, okay. Okay. So let me see. What's that? Like 6 years and some months or something? Oh, well, she'll be all right. She'll be all right. She'll convince them that she was actually the warden all along and that this was all just a terrible misunderstanding. I mean, George Santos lies like she's telling the time of day. That is a big liar. One lie after the other. Seamless lies. A Republican, grandson of Holocaust survivors. It was all kind of elaborate tales that he came up with. Did you ever see that video where he was in Times Square and somebody threw a milkshake at him? Someone actually tossed a milkshake at him. Seven years and 3 months. Wow. Well, if there are any problems inside of the big house, isn't there that possibility that they won't let her out with good behavior and she'll have to do the entire sentence? Well, after all, she'll be locked up. How much trouble can she get into? Nafisa Shabazz, thank you so much. And thank you for being here tonight. Okay, you guys, I'm going to say goodnight and thank you all for being here. We'll have to do this again tomorrow. It's always a pleasure, that's for certain. Also, thank you all for trusting me to do this work. That means so much to me. Oh, look at Harry. Compton Cali Gal, did you just join us? Let me see. We've been on for, it's been almost 2 hours, hasn't it? Okay. All right. Well, that sounds like an exit to me.